Mame fa na se ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de o se dem yopo.
Onimunyamfo Inu Safuseni. Waye enkane mrahye bedwani for Tamale Central. Na waye mranim ni kane Sauba Legal and Constitutional Committee of Parliament. Papa di ntintimai pa ntidabia ya na almost so afeno. Yene no eni nkomomfa ensem a eho hia ho. Alaji teacher Inusa memo achia no pay.
Me so na pom to say.
Apom ye pa na wo so
me huye.
So legal tussle here between the Attorney General and then the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Yabobo so wamwajina Article 88, 3 and 4. Actually say wobia wu kodi asema it should be at the instance of the Attorney General, and now one should authorize you. What kind special Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 so section 4 no, and also so wachechire mu e de abase, and also so we use the word shall ewo ho ema wono so de akoda Supreme Court for interpretation de ekoso yi emremu entiase ewo mu ni sen yentio.
For first thing me the here say we tiefo nyina and understanding say Supreme Court the highest court of the land. Inti Parliament Ayemra Act 959, Office of the Special Prosecutor Act. Emma Office of the Special Powers to me Office of the Special Prosecutor to me be na obia ko court akoka say sa to me the Parliament edima sa office yi Parliament any sa to me to be able to give such powers to the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Inti Supreme Court unruly on Saasemi. The Supreme Court no so na court the original jurisdiction in the interpretation of the Constitution. Say what Article 88 adding in this whole conversation. In the formulation of Article 88 no shall no a mandatory and a permissible. Supreme Court na ebetimaka but na ye call school yenim says shall is mandatory, but there have been judgments of the court where shall a permissible.
Na ehina yebehu say there have been judgment and now other case law be a Supreme Court, Apex Court of the land, you know, a cancer shall no a permissible rather than
cases were where they have said that well in this instance shall is permissible, and there have been cases where may is considered to be obligatory. Whereas may I can say a discretionary, but there have been decisions of the court. And say the whole suit, in my view, no, turns on whether or not the Parliament ever create a body like the Office of the Special Prosecutor and insulate that body against political and administrative interference and manipulation by the Office of the Attorney General. That's the question. Can Parliament do that? Because Article 88, 3 and 4, now Section 4(2) of the Special Prosecutors Act, Parliament subjected the power of the Special Prosecutor to the Article 88 of the Constitution, particularly Article 88(4) of the Constitution, and created an architecture which bypasses the control and discretion of the Attorney General because of the structure, form, and responsibility given to the Special Prosecutor. the Supreme Court is being invited to rule on whether or not Parliament can do that. Nti me nyina enka yakumantu yem entwen emma the Supreme Court and pronounce it on assembly.
A council will be able to say what accounted for these legal tussle. That are there were in a fairness age na hu. And now say na they turned blind eye to it.
Well, that is a very, very good question. I don't know what would have prompted this. Is it a clash of personalities? Is it a theft fight? Whatever it is, really, the devil itself has no capacity to know what is in the minds of people. I dare the echo Adam Te Nutrinu Manu di Assembly Echo Court for interpretation. Camp. I dare the Matima Canon said this is not the first attempt at challenging the constitutionality of the creation of the office of the special prosecutor. Okay, Ken Crunchy case was the first case. Now, just like you introduced me, now I'm a ranking member on the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament. I'm there, crafty law. Civil society played a very important role. The contextual clarity at the bar in the law, and also help us navigate the contours of Article 88 of the Constitution. Now, time the law na nipa bebre say the law was unconstitutional. I'm even surprised that 9 years down the line or 8 years down the line, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has recorded its first special prosecutor, and it's now the second special prosecutor who has only 2 years or so to leave the job. The act itself has withstood some level of scrutiny. Now, I'm confident that the Supreme Court will do what is needful in the circumstances.
Now, yeah, special prosecutor in the office, I survived an attempt by a session of the public. Be say, my petition, my penny, recently, my penny said there is nothing untoward. It bet me, Ama establish a prima facie case against the office near the year free or now special prosecutor near year free. Sir, and I know special prosecutor knows what they can say. Civil society organizations, woman sorry. Now attempt by Nkrofobi say one person, yes, scrap office in free one, woman yai. What you wear no need dear as a bad letters here. It will say.
I am so I've been trying to understand what would have motivated the Attorney General to agree with Odamte that the office is unconstitutional. In view of Adedia Omanpenyin John Dramani Mahama Ekayeno.
I'll be quite ready say. Attorney General will be the dinner Samwako and then walk to Okwako Fwaso. A month was a horse woman Tiasi.
Mrs. Makasa Mintiase. So we need the Oman Tiasi Dawson. So that is why we are observing this keenly. Nancy, baby, the special prosecutor Kasai spoke at a forum organized by CDB and their partners. Nami Mitie the proceedings live on the YouTube. Or the Assam Tijwa say civil society embomode sa office no enquire into the constitution so that the office of the special prosecutor can be boarded, cladded, positioned in the constitution in such a way as to withstand the storms there, shaky. And I think that is what the Constitution Review Committee is trying to do. I did the yemi ngwa no say yenina yetias say all the institutions, the investigative institutions, were there. Yoko, Shiraj, FIC, Office of the Special Prosecutor, the police, the CID department. Normally, you know, when we were unable to fight corruption, when we all agreed to be able to fight corruption, we need to tweak the office of the Attorney General. Obimu separate the office from the Minister of Justice from the prosecutorial powers of the Attorney General, so that the Attorney General will be independent of the minister. In 2016, the NDCC established a special office within the Attorney General's office for purposes of fighting corruption. MPPC no, you create an office of the Special Prosecutor and give that office powers. Not that I'm afraid of no Special Prosecutor, no independent prosecutor. Now, so the law, when it was finally brought, MPP we need 2016 elections and brought a bill to Parliament 2017 in the 7th Parliament. Nami Wahobi as a ranking member, and we worked on the bill. Yet to Kwenko, South Africa, yet to Kwenko, Canada, yet to Kwenko, Singapore, to see how the office operates. So we organize a public forum, a civil society, a patronize. Many people brought in memoranda, and then they shape the contours of the law to ensure that we can have a body that is fit for purpose.
Now, council, but one nipa bi busa ne say, man penina da akufo pension what Office of Accountability, ye hu de kosi ye, and na Special Prosecutor ekura no enye first time be o man ni enye bie, ba akubia no o me ye fi ni din, o kai say he was involved in a scandal. And watching was say asem no kura no ensi ewo jurisdiction yi, de kosi wo London enti o man to be nyina so emfa prosecute no. Eti ama nipa bia ya adwene say da bia we commit so much into it. Na ye twa budget de ama wo mu, but so much so little and a resource no so ye hunu. Your thoughts on this say ye man ngo ho na emom ye nye changes kakra. Ana say ye scap no kura because say o man no has not achieved any much bia conviction or otherwise.
So Special Prosecutor Office no a part of the offices that have been established to fight crime. Yes, sir.
Vanity.
Yes, Special Prosecutor on or fight crime. It's part of the offices. You say the jurisdiction is limited. Corruption related offenses and breaches of the Procurement Act. And in the jurisdiction. Now, so money laundering, Yoko, and other organized crimes, Yoko, financial intelligence unit or center, almost a year Juma to prevent crime. The police CID or more power to investigate all offenses under the Criminal and Other Offenses Act. Now, identity ye evaluating. Obiahan ka ade de Yoko aye ana ade de FIC aye ana ade de police aye. Why are we not evaluating them? Ana upechira say Office of the Special Prosecutor ye ti ye no ye see enu kwa na ever fight crime no nyina. So yes, Office of the Special Prosecutor is just 8 years or so old. Omaye Juma. But there's room for improvement. Do you throw the baby with the bathwater away?
No.
No nation has developed institutions just by trying when the institution is facing problems and they throw the institution away and bring a new one. I mean, people grow. Would go about a over that at Nancy, a crawl, get up, walk, run, grow old, and probably die. So it's a process. You know, it's a process. Just like a human being. An institution too has a gestation period. Just like a human being. So why do we think that 8 years old institutions should outperform all the other institutions? Who can there Yedima Yoko since its creation. Yedima FIC since its creation. Yedima even the Attorney General's office since its creation. Against recoveries now. Will you say that we should scrap the Attorney General's office?
No, you can't.
So you don't evaluate institutions based on that. Then they have done work too. They have done work. You remember LaBianca? Let the reforms.
The woman was surcharged.
Yes, you remember the tour when they were going to sell a tour. You remember Matamidu's corruption risk assessment on Ajepa. These are preventive. Now we are struggling with SML. You know that money SML is going to the cancellation of the contract, the money that saved Ghana. You know, you had the MIF and gold for oil. You know the amount of money involved. Do you know the amount of money involved? That money, if it is recovered, will be more than all the budgets that have been given to OSP. So my view is that, you see, because such institutions where they can boy no more, but we felt that they were not fighting corruption enough. Then we created a body with all its imperfections. Yes, imperfections. And the imperfections will only be remedied after some time. So with all its imperfections, we created a body with the belief, say, that body not to be a boy, a fighter corruption. Now we are struggling to cancel the body. If we cancel the body, what body are we replacing it with?
Now I'm forcing Ken in directing now office of the Attorney General Nasi.
But the office of the Attorney General was there.
Director of Public Prosecutions. Now I'm creative bureau be under the Attorney General office and now say you created. Samnita Echo.
Me say Article 88 no. Since 1992, our constitution no more.
Yeah.
Nothing prevented the Attorney General or all Attorney Generals from establishing the office of the Public Prosecutor. Because our constitution no. And so, what you are mentioning all no, is already the regime that existed before the promulgation of the law, Act 959. Okay? So, and the main reason the Emma Parliament, Emma Special Prosecutor, the power to prosecute independent of the Attorney General, no? And yet, because of the perception, say, the Attorney General, who is a Minister of State and sits in cabinet, might find it difficult to prosecute members of his own government because he's part of the government. So you needed a body that will circumscribe that power in such a way as to be independent from political manipulation. And that's the OSP that was created.
Okay.
Me say, we have political crimes, yes, sir.
Sure.
Who during elections, during campaigning, Nipa Bibre a committee crime. But in the Political Parties Act, there was a provision that says that before you can prosecute that crime, you require a fiat of the Attorney General. Yes, sir.
Sanity.
Now, what is a political party winning elections are prosecuted on Nipa on elections?
There be intensi.
Because of the fiat. Because Attorney General will not give a fiat for you to prosecute his own members.
I see. Teacher Nisa, Mamma now a son of paper, yet our sisters in education, no.
And that's it.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Honorable Inusa Fuseni, former MP for Tamale Central, where Emranimu pa na yene na twetwe enkomo emra no so no ene gumanu menura manna makenkan bia na meni a lawyer for no e de asi ani am wo so atumi a kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ de be ya menu mienu nyina no ye betena se ye we nyina no na ye oman ye fe no amayo bi yenkɔ na fe yenkɔ ma ediso ye ne owura Andy Kankam where editor ma informa de bokrata Brandy mi mwache.
Kwame Joso na mbom today.
Empomu ye pa na mo so
Body dia che. Se wa na eja wakote a umpeso hu ni.
Bibia be ko na no me ba base no so kwa so o ba wa che kakra.
Ba wa che se eja o ma me hesa pa na ehia.
Ate ase
O ya na afa machina o
na
ko o
ma
dia
ba
no
wo nchen a yesi owura bi de odamti. What the special prosecutor e won semsem akọ Supreme Court for interpretation. Na baby a wogina ye article 88 2 no e de eba no. Na wasa refer back to Office of the Special Prosecutor Act no. 959 no. Was agina ho 2017. Na ni nyina ne se special prosecutor ni to me or on the original 88 no so cross 2 no and also begin special prosecutor act no need to me so on his own volition with me a prosecutor be without recourse to the attorney general we call for interpretation na ansa na no kwana special prosecutor na no share CSOs no wonu o ma di nkoma aka se wo na advocacy yes be ma special prosecutor office na tenase no on be ma na tenase sense enkrofo e pese scrap no wo mu enwuye wo da so ho a wo so ani abre pa enkomo ya ekoso yi your take on that.
Kwame da se mechi for any dium abo ne uni amaba so Kwame ya mi se owura na oka se o de assembly acordom the apex court of the land unim se only the deputy AG and Ejuma.
Minimum that.
No,
Wow.
On the chambers. And Kwame, if you recall, some by following whether the packets regarding the extradition process of Iraq and Oforiata and Sensemi Saudi AG. Deputy Agents and somehow that they requested something and blah blah blah. Kwame, and some one the current AG Attorney General ni Iraq is here. Say no more partners. They were partners. Now more in the former chamber more juma. And some be but you see, and this morning meet a lawyer in Usafusenia. Aja omoye juma fa this special prosecutor bill ya and ababaye actor ya establish the office of the special prosecutor. Yeah, me say you see President John Dramani Mahama abra the majority leader the majority chief whip I mean you are the PM say on a private members bill say they want the office of the special prosecutor scrapped now. And so President Mahama Kachilom said, listen, that cannot happen. I will never support it. Because the Attorney General is part of government. And it will be difficult for the Attorney General to prosecute members of government. The trust, the public trust and confidence in the AG is not as an independent prosecutorial body like the OSP. And you see, the OSP, Iraq is saying that this institution will live beyond me. If we really want to fight corruption and get the result, right, then we need to empower and insulate this particular body from any form of political or institutional interference. You see, so if the special prosecutor Juma, and you see his mandate is even limited, corruption related and infractions regarding procurement breaches and so forth. And the OSP is not only there to secure conviction and so forth. Sometimes they must make crime before you contemplating say committee bibino. Quickly they prevent it. They also prevent it. It's part of the mandate. And also to recovery is also part of it. In Prepi, you're convicting Crawford or Makwakogu prison, buying Chiaka, the health issues and blah blah blah, congestion and so forth. Kwame, I'm not saying, sir, when people commit crime, they should not be punished by way of custodial sentencing and so forth. But let's look at it. If we have a way to recover whatever people you think say might have, let me say, giving available, verifiable evidence. You know why? We should do that. We can do recovery. But I'm saying there is this. We say BIS AG, the current AG, you know. If you say no, when it comes to prosecution, you know, I no one necessarily yet, and that the OSP shouldn't do it. No, why? You cannot do it. Today, people are saying, say, OSP, one secure conviction. AG, no conviction, say, no, secure. When he came, he only entered nolly prosecutor regarding ongoing cases and work out. And even you have some cases on your desk. Concentrate on those ones. Yeah, Kwame. Yeah, you will chromo. You will chrome. You near coso. Yeah, me say abambia person fighting corruption because the cancano a dear too much abroad because this corruption thing is a scheme. Incrophobia no man designing scheme. So they will hide behind procurement in as if for no my nyema bebree. And we must protect the resources of state. The resources of state must be protected. Sebeya. I mean, you bet me see schools ni na say for baby empower the private sector. Sebeya must be enjuma so that and say me say me kopejuma. I don't need to go and queue and nyamia muamia na makwako. And now if I want job, unless there's something called protocol, I must do this, I must do that. No. We must create this level playing field for people. You understand? To let me say, give out their potential in them. But and then OSP, OSP, say you like say that by next year, I mean, but the institution will be there. People don't have trust in the Attorney General's department. Finito. People don't have trust. Ghanaians, we don't have trust. Said Nansen, yeah, I mean, CDD, IEA, policy think tanks, research about, report about, say, the trust in the Attorney General office and other anti-graft institutions of state, bodies of state, you know, any idea a bois or mine regarding the fight against corruption. In Tiabeya, they must empower the office of the special prosecutor to do those, perform those duties. I mean, irrespective of the political, we say, party in power, no, Masa Ukoye Bibia, the OSP will prosecute you and get a needed result. Let me say, he said, yeah, the Okasa at the dialogue last week, no, can baby, I said, listen, Meko, and more policy think tanks, civil society organizations, no more advocacy to get the office entrenched. Say, deliver on its mandate. Because we say politicians, you know, almost throw the office of the special prosecutor because when they are in political office, believe you me, I mean, they won't buy be OSP by invite you more. So why? They will connive. They will come together, both MPP and DC, the political class. They will come together to ensure that the OSP, you know, one function properly. Instruction in as for and now OSP ayewe and a kiseja bianyewe and a kiseja bianyewe. No, Kwame. If we really want to fight corruption, and President Mahama really want to fight corruption, you should call the Attorney General to order and tell him that he should mind his business. Because Nyama titeno ni nam kromo. Nkrofoada no yeni nam krom. Inti se President Mahama we say ni target say, oh, I want to fight corruption. Ensure now we must make corruption very unattractive for people to venture or contemplate doing that. I mean, dissipate state coffers in for now. Then he should call the Attorney General to order and tell him to concentrate on the mandate given him cases are one of one, oral report of President Mahama Obama, no, why any day? No, oral report now with the man, no, up to now, Yatibi Biafa home. Yatibi Biafa home. And he's just waiting. Leave the OSP to do its work. Leave the OSP. Otherwise, people will be tempted to get say, oh, is it because or prosecuting microphobia often say they are close to you, so you must have the office scrap, and now you don't want to say Jabin to work because it's your mind more. Dr. Sledge, let me say he's standing trial. OSP, Eddie Nakwa court. Meboa. OSP, Eddie Nakwa court. So, Kwame, the point is that the Attorney General should concentrate on his mandate and leave the OSP alone. Let me say, Yera Inusa, Omuna Omoye Juma Free Far Act, no, or can be said the OSP is not under the Attorney General. Never. Or can ye. That body or institution called the OSP has the inquisitorial and prosecutorial powers. And that when they were working on the act, no, they traveled across the globe just to get best practices. Sebeya Umbeya office, no, the relevance of it. The OSP, the Attorney General should concentrate on his mandate. Yeah, the oral President Mahama, the oral report amount. Say Kokowishem, 2 years. Report no, dear na ya Obeka tray, or Omeka Bibian tray. So Kwame, you see, sometimes you are tempted to give up, but you will not give up. Because there might be a koso, there might be a na corruption is why you say a mwagana, dream a mwagana, Ghana resources, na a dream procurement in and crop for as you saw Siena Mudi yet basa. Now you were an independent body. I will and yes, MPP NDC asemo independent body esese omuye djuma edi o man sikai say yesu so san man no na Attorney General who is expected to support this institution and somebody from the deputy AG's chamber at the OSP Akojran court say challenging the independent prosecution powers. I mean, you can't get it. It is sad. It is sickening. I mean, for me, it's sickening. But we know what is happening. Some theft will be in a safe war. But hey, the point is that the institutions will leave. You are the AG. You will also leave. That is why the special prosecutor has a specific term of office. Years, 7 years. We are call. And by 20 next year, but the institution will be there. So only charge they say, Obia Enfani Hunjim, Nayamwa, Sabeya, the office of the special prosecutor, no, a Babejina, a fighting corruption. If indeed, as a country, we are serious about Nehemiah can say, oh, you're fighting corruption in a second. And I just reference a research CDD, some policy think tanks about how people don't have trust and confidence in the AG. Because you see, the Attorney General, Yura Dominica Yeni, cannot prosecute the finance minister. He cannot do it. He cannot. He won't do it, and he cannot do it. But the OSP, being an independent body, will do that. They will do it. So these are institutions as I said, supporting. So Kwame, sometimes when I hear a report like this, people trying to fight the mandate of the OSP, it is sad, it is sickening, it is pure madness. That should not be supported. That should not be countenanced by Ghanaians. Ghanaians this morning, I think, sir, corruption, how mine. So we should all come together and help, sir, the office of the special prosecutor, no, a Babe Jirampi, to fight corruption, so that the resources of state will not be dissipated and distributed like confetti among the political class. We must protect the resources of state. The needed development. What do you say? in all the regions. So, yeah, people will not trick down, say, yes, I may buy a clan, son of my Benjamin, yes, I may buy a clan, son of my way. So that, I mean, government will support the private sector and create the continued atmosphere for them. And the little resource now, as a government, now would the year crack acquiring hospital, then I say for Sabaya or mine a betumpo. But you see, this unnecessary infighting, I mean, this attempt to fight the OSP and by extension, the Kisei Jabin, because yes, I have a bone to pick with Kisei Jabin, it will not help this country. But the fact of the bottom line is that Ghanaians don't have trust in the office of the Attorney General. Finito.
Okay. Any mamena was na me say pamfama.
Na me nka
One can so yura Andy can come editor ma informer the Democrat and okay 101.7 suni. Oba another was
back to back, very packed and very educative. Very, very, very information so room. I'm sure where they say they can't you. They can't you. Yes, they can't you. Unu producer obi etimo. Of a biaka Toyota Voxy, Kabi. And the National Road Safety Authority think I suggest to say yem banny na enko long distance. And na transport operators in so di Toyota Voxy here juma. Ebi fi kan Kumasi bi fi Kumasi Batakra Denia no say hey National Road Safety Authority aden mo pese anu aduane boy hey money am fadwen hey ma ya mane yem bani Toyota Voxy say ma enko long distance sesen over o ma charge o mo bu afu si sa some way there to say a lazy approach words no say approach na National Road Safety Authority afa no a lazy approach review and come on shakwan say ye ni betena se atwetwe nkomo and na National Road Safety Authority so nchire mu ne say Toyota Voxy no Japan for na ye ma youth ni middle class for no Japan on crown youth in fan call long distance bia fe de Ghana for the yatia som and yes ye ne den yati som nso a car na ye right hand no ye pese ye change steer ne de ba benkum ye change steer no so de ba benkum a ye nye system ni nyina o dashboard nye steer racking nye air condition nye mirrors nye enti steering nankasa ne yasesa fi ni fa de ba benkum dia ka nyina eda so aye Voxy dada na ade no mo sori nso a omu tia so a aseka ni tu
mame nkonkwaji nsan komo enchiremu na ye ne symbiote menyi se maboni ye redu we public relations officer ema National Road Safety Authority ye ne no entwetwe nkomo era fefe memo achi
yeja
memo achi ba okay fm so
yeja me da say
ompo to say
nyame adom me ho ye pa
ya na de menchia so ama lawyer amaliba so ama me
pa show you better
ta Toyota Voxy wasemo a abetodwa story a ebata ne ho no anya nika ekum ni papa na yete semo ye report bi initially ne yese report no kra kan say outright ban enom ne ade e kire kote yese there be report na ba fe na mo study na enye se mo be ban ne kra enkomoyi etisen
yo jami da say MP no kra enanansa na ye nya report no na empanifo ma ho kwan sensem trofo beba beka ye ho na ye nyina ye hwe findings no na ye dia sudama obia ehu bie na findings ne ba ye no committee ni send recommendations sakaka ho eti recommendation no any mu findings e ko hu say customs emrebi Emma ho kwan say section 58 Customs Act no Emma ho kwan say ye benya right hand drive vehicle ewo oman mu enunti no omo describe no as illegal say omo beba oman mu empo abe convert abe ye adwuma na omo de ma rotating penifo no omo gitu mu say okay omo be pe a break aka na omo le omo penifo ati adwene na omo ye enkita hudie kakra omo ne omo stakeholders na ebrese mu no omo de plans a omo de be hye recommendations when nyina ye di egu akwan mu pepepe omo de sa plans no asuja ama obi ehu bie enti say ban actual ban ne de yenye nu ho na mum sabre recommendation ni mu ne ko ba say findings no e be illegal and recommendations so say ye mo hu de ro na obia NTB na nia e wase ye miamre mu no na ye hye say emra na ye di aye adwuma no say receipt for any stakeholders aka nyina e di aye adwuma
na obapa mami mu so what meeting komo yi mu say eye customs for no say illegal say illegal dudu wanum na e clear e ma wo mo a e kraba en ko yiye per the report.
Okay report na e chere say emra ne wo ho na say ebeka ye system ni mu de ho de ya nhwehwemu ahwe say hwan na clear ye say ye de fa consequence bi ra o man mu say e fa port say e fa he no yan domusuko say I mean any which way by ye na de ya nhwe e honum anka na mum ye kan ni say e illegal say e beba o man mu aba be dane no e di aye adwuma.
Mami musa ade we su say so far ye was saying e wo man mu total vox no
hwehwemu ni say ye were over 7,000 mpem ason say ye corrector over 7,000 e wo oman mu na dodo a eye commercial ana dodo a eye private de hwehwemu na ankyere na mum dodo a e wo ye man mu no ana edida na di
woye na mami ade we ebinu e ba ye no nipa bebre so se wo mo de o mo hwe a enye car ne per se okay ebetimi aye contributing factor but ye driver for no ankasa ena edumi contenta e ma ne ba wo mo cite a case of 207 208 no side eno so nya accident pa ebi mo cite other buses no fleet so so no ne ade say careless driving ebi wo kwan so ya kwan no so a enye no e ka ho report no capture bibi sa
report ne capture distances a echo ana sales a yesusu say perceived say ye twa mo munti omo pensem akwa bantem asana be ya be miti sa sales no enti ehwemu ni da na di say ampa suba da na di wo kwan so no ensem fata kwakwan tenten na sana eshanti no be hu na yifa ho onifa so na ewura be dia ense say ewura na edententem entam ne pa na ye issue kesi a ebeda die nti nhwemu ne da na di say subaya adoba fo ne da na di no emwa especially car na ho den emma ho kwan say ebekwa ba aye commercial empem bebre so eda bebre eda bia nti eno ne one of the concerns hwehwemu ne da di say ense say ye dey running long distances and sir and some say yes Sunday year commercial and so
I see. So far no monya reactions be from the general public ni titru owners of these Toyota Voxes no any association for no chain. Hello me say monya reactions be every owners of this Toyota Voxes any association for no one year transport association for no any general public and one more reactions to say
efi enrabani na condemnations metchem sa say mo feel say o ya said that ye niesi wo mo so ebi kra friend agenda say ye ne enprobo bi na ya no pe say ye say o madwuma enti reactions bi na sa na eba but me assume say bibi sa bia ni ho na mom consensus a yenya ye ne ho anamoni etu ye na ye mandate say ye say akwanhia so na ye hwe so bibia ye safe no eno ana ye di ho adwuma na mom na nye say ya seda etu ye ne asi vox before so metrema je monitor say enye vox nko ani adane na fi nifa ko benkum tax bebre wo hosa na je monitor standpoint say ye share vox ho asema kan Woma ya Daniel Mofi Benkuma ko nifa ko benkum nyina no say ye di omu nyina kasa ekuo ne ho na say ye tu anamo a ye di nyina aka ho enti mpanifo sigina ya sankofo nyina so ka ebefa wo mo so omo ho
I see. Enti we de ne kwakwa minim say report number. Na report on the ben na mo be study awie na frame mo make final determination on the matter.
Mr. Cho ora amaleba ekatre central for say omuma no 2 weeks na oni ne mpanifo enhwemu yie na onhwe kwan a obefa so a implement it na o say obi bia bo say enye ne den say sempo empo ebase wo so obani a obebane se ebase oni omu besi nkonya ama omu nyina akọ anu akọ benkrom ewo kwan ebefa so a ombedi omu djuma enfo how bi ankoba eno so obehwe ho asem aka na otanse ebo say oni national safety any stakeholders a omuhia wo sa asem we mu no oni obi bia bedi djuma ewo sa asem enu nti na committee no oma obi bia ho kwan ema ne ba mu bi ema stakeholders so a na ewo ho so egitu mu se oma ye krado se oma ne national safety ebe ye adwuma ape asem no pomasi bre nti emsesa na ye hwe nim say in the next 2 weeks to 1 month ne de ye benya positive feedback from management na ye ne ye nuanum nyina ye media no so ache.
Okay, now baako enipa bi wesa anyambia mo data on accidents Toyota Voxy cause deaths, injuries, and car no so are involved. More data on that.
Yeah, what data on Toyota Voxy crashes. But as it stands now, no, mpesa ye danedi sesia na nemom crashes enam Voxy soba no ekonanim and na dodo na so them. I mean dodo cars Voxy dodo na so into commercial. And ntine ye pese ye she na se dodo na ekọ no enkobro so makwansia enkonko ba bebrebe ewo honom enti ye wo data wo ho but statistics na nkasa de ye besre kaka na ya twentwen so kaka na next time be pemu no ye de no asuga
because no obi kura busa se we compare Voxy now compare 207 Sprinter ne mudi do se na etimi enya accident pa na de na kum ni papa na de na ye yi pa akoye source of worry say Voxy na ese yetimi tu so say.
Okay, ni nyina ye cars asen a de akwantia eba na ebribi etwe mu penifo di 207 ho komo bebrebe eno ntese ye yi ni kra wo ho. Apart from that, last year you cry do 2M Express who come over really the statements be efa who kopim se kakaka na suspended. So na ene above Voxy who come enche foforo so ebepie. Nti anya se ye ni wo baako ana ye ka baako de bebre. Ni nyina ho hia ana ni nyina so ye bedi mu dwuma pepepe.
And yeah, mama na wasna me se onyankopon hira mfama why. Yes, that's a Symbiat Redu, a public relations officer, man, National Road Safety.
Aba, near finding Yama yourself. You find your gun as him. You were Kufado a pencil. Assemble and Yanson GMO. Now say Yanson MPP GMO. Now, air then a dear news so dear. Henry Penny be near finding Yama yourself. Sabi, Aba, ye koto. Ye political party say undo a man anymore. Kwame say a man semibwa.
Yes, I am an
and ye trans who say ye MPP. obi so NDC no wato me to my NDC me to my MPP si eto abani wi a ensema aban no na se party no on pre Ghana franka Ghana tumi akunya kese no kan no eno na Ghana fo gigina so ti be kase aban no ade a wokan no wa ye adwuma na se wa anya adwuma kwame se ye nyina be kaya ye ra kufadu apenso sabi na ho cho member na sabi enkofo pe adwuma na sabi enkofo kan wasem se ye fuel prices cost amount for kasa se nya ne ade ye priority o member nanso so sa brena so amount for sorry enkan kan sabi ye papa maso fufuo bi ejina aban ne kon so se ekufo adoni MPP aban so omo se omo so be ma da oba na oba da emra na wo ho no MPP aban ne wotumi enti MPP aban entempa na no won san yenya mo asofo mpenifo a se bi me peso mebo omudin wo mo fidie so esori ye so omo ye demonstration ena o masori ma esori kasa se MPP aban ni timodin efi se ade ehia Ghana fo titru pa ne sebi Ghana ye mra sem ne se de tete ye moral values ye nanamo ye tradition and this ade na aban ni hu se priority na aban na adwuma so ye no boko parliament e me ya sign no amanfo kasa asem kwa wo court kra no enkonfo se de bi omonti ase parliament yenya nipa ni bi ene ebi abe soafo ebi ti se Sam George sorry transika say Akufo-Addo aban ye useless government Akufo-Addo ye useless government kwame me ka semented o kan no na Akufo-Addo why na dwen say obesan but enam so mpeso obesan ti na oye kokwasa me catch kwame LGBTQ wasem na da Ghana fo akoma so pa entibu okra NDC aba omutuma NDC no na won sema NDC fo akase so omo ba ache bosume ba ko bosume nyen bosume miasa de sa mra no ombesan sabi we social contract asema waka che Ghana for say oba ade no within 3 months obesan mukra de sabi mutie na me aboa mo esi e parliament a NDC mu 2/3 majority in parliament kwame you will be a friend of certificate of agency. Nanua NDC abai na ehia so di D levy eba. Eno no wan kase committee bi ko transi adwene hu. Eno wan kase se bi ye transi ahwe na emedu o mampani anim. O mampani Mahama enam se to ni hia nti. Tempa no o frɛ ye raba bin e ma mo transi e ma se bi omo majority to test in parliament and tempa na no itimi pass D levy no. And the Sebio, and that's Obi Casa, ye town man penny Mahama. Nasa Sebi Obi poor man penny Mahama sem. Sebi Okasa wati. The question said, Bosha man penny share and then some more kind. And then Ghana, you name say your certificate of agency say Ubet Nyaka said, Grena me pese me ya. Almost a Sebi emergency to say 200 more. Ubet me 200 more. As some man penny Mahama etaya, I said, ni penny be a defending a BI spokesperson this or mocha. Said Budia, and look, I see a dear myself, look, I see a dear myself. Since when you who say LGBTQ was some, you find out myself. Oh, my pretty mamma by I said be 3 months next term, if you back with him, and I feel the Ghana for who say, Sebi, I didn't mean find out myself. Obianwa who cast a Sebi, never find myself. Now, so Bosha was a Ghana for ne summer wakano. And nam sunti nkofo to abama e ho asem ene yeka kwame ne kwasem pa ne wo mu se o mampani Mahama o kasa LGBT work asem opposition Sam George eta ho asem e wo opposition ni nyane se tumi pa na no mope ba kwame me ka cho so makoma mu no man wadwe so mo ba o mo fa anya adwuma se ke NDC ayo madwe pa so mesa LGBT ho asem a kwame me no kase koma sign to the extent say ye mamu ye nyamu a ene omo SHS omo adisua ko musua kra no ene yakasa ne book wom gender ye kan wasema gender obi anu se oba ne be ma no NDC for classes say ne book asem e wo ha curriculum approve wo ha e ka se say nipa kon said the wadwen ye wo no eno kra ne timi kire wo gender wo pe nti say bi wo ye be
ma omo se sa de no ende na ye error bi nti omo ye firi mu minim se da so mo
timi nye error da ye boa payo say bi wo tro no nipa tro wi a national curriculum for no hwe say bi penifo mo Ministry of Education hwe omo ntimi ka se wo tro se obi e ka se me ye be ma metima dwen se me ye oba no ye error if you say ye hu any raise ya ye kan wasem ti ye kan wasem a kwame keshim etimi se kwame enye so obi ta obi ana se bi nye so se me bi atwotwo fo peni e ma osokoko amayokuru meka so obi nkodi di osofo bi atem da bi ne mom no asem ne ba yo ma asem ne ye kan enye asofo sem enye MPP asem eye sem a aban naka ene ye nye kan asem se aban bo hye na wo hye no o ka 3 months aban di revenue hia no entempa no wutimi pass here Speaker of Parliament ayo NDC ni upeni wo ho ene unya wo 2/3 majority in parliament se mo ka se mo pass a bill na anaju de so mo kwa obetima pass
na NDC general obi argument ni say senka mampeni na nado dan kwa kufu ado ne penso no senka pass ya nka ya medru ba bia ya dru se nipa ka sa wogi ne say
kwa menti e to abati amampeni akufu ado no eso mampeni akufu ado ni MPP ni ho enti sector na NDC for beka ene onso beka che se ene Ghana for so nto abenti om ene kwa me so de me ya adwon because any papa ko antimi anye I said the excuse bi odi ma bia no Ghana for se ka se da bi ade no ka se obeye ye say ye wantimi anye say call to sa ankohwio ene ye beto abetia akofa aban a wa hye ebo aka che se bosomi miensa oba obetimi apase emna na maye ente brad na Sam George enama wo hyebo wo ka che Ghana for se 3 months NDC be pass no nje na ogina so ntia na okasa asem no na na twum na amayo sem tina na ogina wa na okasa asem na so onim se NDC ba o makomam no o ma ese adwuma no sebi ye papa ma asofofo enu bi sebi ye sem efere o mo pa asem NDC kan no ne sa be na so be defend NDC aban no because sebi ukoye sa na kweka o mampeni se o mampeni de wa papa o ye kristoni sebi akufo ade so ye kristoni o bebia ni wa ye akufo ade gina o ka se LGBTQ so na so edit foso ni mo se enam so one pass nti o so and identity the same standard no yentimi fa ma o mampeni mahama no mama o mampeni mahama de duru no so dia enye de mi wo kasa out o mampeni mahama enye wa be kasa bia mso me no nya adwen sebi o your mampeni sebi cabinet on call for no parliament or majority ho speaker of parliament e party ni yera babe ahoden ni ene de ni said no kasa rewa kufado apenso se LGBTQ e be sai e be hu adwuma no sa ahoden na ne ye hwehwe o mampeni amemu so se sa asem na o kan no wo fa nya adwuma na kwame hwe normal NDC for year and said the omoda da Ghana for ne nsem omo kan opposition ene ele omada no omo no e kwa ko wie se bedu baby no kran amayesem ene amayefo kran Ghana for omo fa serious because o petumi na asem a wo kan no ene nya unya tumi na asem a wo kan no e bo bra e to kwame LGBT ku asem de e yade e hia Ghana for pa to mampeni mama it's rather unfortunate say okokum make his statement no say enyo aban na say enyo man pride sisi that ben na say bi Ghana ha adwuma sem enye pride that ben na Ghana ha fu wo asem enye pride that ben na Ghana ha infrastructure ho asem enye pride there be a pride and the LGBT ho asem so enye pride ya e da Ghana fo akoma so say bi e da chi ho asem ne yeka eto man pani sebi obi ntao nanso so enoma a wo kan ye ene ba bia asese wogina ne nsem a wo kan no ebo bra enti ye hwe se LGBT ku asem no kwame Ghana force ye show man pani any Sam George Sam George Kwame Emo was so that's to us minister. Or you'll be a stabil or moral values pa. But now,
I was what that's to us minister, so communication ministry. And he didn't call, and it has nothing to do with LGBTQ plus.
Patrai, what can was him? What can was him say? So now buying back. Na say sema waka so man penny mama within some months one ya say be aban ko be free.
I make me say videos all over.
It's a into what way it tells you say be
moral values. They say we refer to the Constitutional and Legal Committee of Parliament. It was more who had made here. Man penny no say beto nanim na bia wan san e bia ho no be resign.
Kwame say beto man penny nanim say ento man penny no. At nipa, honesty, sincerity, integrity must at all times, all material times, be your conviction. Say, asem ye kan ye kase bosun nyense be ye. Asem ye kan your majority to test in parliament. Asem ye kan speaker of parliament ewe nipa. Enti o man penny 3 months a twem, 6 months a twem, 1 year twem. Yensaya it means aban ya dwen say yensan. And Kwame, I can tell you, say, this about one sign. No more kind of opposition. 2 million no open, and no chance to say Ghana phone. I can't come so payan tontia. Say, this about and not the LGBTQ bill, no. Or better, I say, I call parliament, no, I sign, one sign, and say,
sir.
Kwame, me say, first sign, baby, and soon come. Me say, oh, man, penny mama, me del man, penny mama, near this for say, me say, LGBTQ, no. Yen tontia, me so on sign. The normal Kenyan no drama and ye a can drama cantata, a word outgrown on Ghana food.
Yes, some patience and say, yes, say, Aqua Constitutional Legal Committee of Parliament, you know, one more the plenary. Now, one to bobo who be a woman to swabba. Now, ye the Bremen Penia. The one you be say, Obesan, I won't sign. I am Obesa putting the house before the cat.
Go through on Pono or Wakaswasa because of money on my so messine. So growing you wouldn't said on person me. And there were constitutional legal affairs so and the intimate kind and the article being no motion. The shall say now a private members bill. About the boss there be or a government bill. Since here it's a baby and tentum, it's really and take him honest yesterday, your coha. Said the common medical kind. Say Oman Penny Mahama, why not drink say Obesan bill now? And what dear ye did pass it D11 no. And what dear it means Shamra, levies ye their quarter pot. And what dear it means ye say and I drew the Zoom 12 a.m. It means fair parliament man on Metnational. Someone did Oman Penny Mahama do Kuma. Come make my catch yourself every Monday, Tuesday no. Bill no a bit nyabamana bayemra. And this about 1 year not drink say or be possible be Ghana for muntin ye 1 year not drink normal work Kenyan say be Adanko dadadwe who asem and no money Ghana for 80. It in show be a person be say obi be spokesperson man this for and na ye defend no and nya wo na about take kasa bi a say be papa so fufu bi start so mo kasa kwa be hu ba bi a direction ni na ekọ and I say me fa anya politics hey that ben ye cast LGBT get for politics. Kwame me so pa tie hwe na enra so fofobia start o mokasa. O mokasa nyina me fa anya politics. Me fa anya politics. O man pedi mama e ba obesai. Ano man pedi akufado akan so de man kasa me anya fa anya politics. No man pedi mama de me fa anya politics. Sabi hero akufado de bi moja ne woni me. No bi ne wo man pedi mama. Ade no oso obeye monye nyehu. Na Ghana for us as some kind no and Pamudio say ayoyo.
General, Mammy Musa, and Quaphobia argument is when they say LGBTQ no. Ye pass a cra, Adiano, Nipan Warrior Coquam. It's a bad there crown won't walk out so. A been my argument to crown and say, in Kayan Jemu ye, nothing Kayan find your advocacy be. And from our mind on that home brown Casacra de Osa, back to square one, and yard be a bit me. What didn't say?
Kwame, Sir Ghana, and I can say a better Shamnasa, Ukuria de Ayancho. And this is now also Korea de Siacho, Sinkofuria de Bois. Yes, so, dear, then say, mra ya trato and so kuya yes yes do ko 2 years or 3 years let's sanity
sanity
it is ka mra bia no so bokro no enye boni a se ka bia ka kro no ekoso no ka tu atisi
and because in absence of any law no would it back court to crack do na de bebo no
sir eti mo mo nya argument se fa nya advocacy and advocacy one sem ne ye be kan wasem ye fa nya mra se be de pa kono ko di boni a aso twe da ho eni the advocacy in the kwame and they say a consultant and no can yem.
I see. Say MDC aba power one work kako afe enifa mugiri say the way I say running economy ni country no 2028 and that's all homam
kwame that's all pa MPP sebi 2024 ye kwa batum no ye kache Ghana for say omampeni ma ni NDC a no more 2012 eko 2016 no ono a bibia sesae dia sesae mre say enye 2012 to 2016 nemum about 2024 sa bre ne kache Ghana for say mon kai say omampeni ma manifest them teacher for nurses for year for madwumam ebitimi ye adwuma 2 years ye ntwuomoka ye betwuomoka 3 months abai ba 2024 the same thing as asase bim teacher ni ko ye adwuma o ye adwuma 1 year intwia neka nurse ni ko ye adwuma intwia neka to the extent say na aban so rent credit ma prison officers immigration officers eno kra no enko MPP a person na sa no many bi no to the extent say MPP rekufo ado amanya kra de kokofo ya nte omukoko price bi si da ahochemu nya na etu omukoko price e de momo MPP a person enya hwekra enya kra de na ja na wa hospital si esima nkofo na ekoso NDC abemu ebaye sebi kwame ebi si da se Ghana ye o memwa ye swafo a wo hwa bambo ho asem sebi ato ne bonkun so asemasi akobusuni be edu and the defense minister you need to remember
but say deputy defense minister no obaduma
kwame and I said deputy defense minister obaduma and I'm man substantive no you will say defense minister sebi ade abediche ye no entimi ni obi a o substantive ni peda there's a reason why you minister or deputy minister and now penny I said the economy no and they actually the kon a ohun ho no once I share difference and san fanka ho na said be and to kroma senya breku na nkofo efra abonte abeto ahye afarefo so ye to kroma na ye ma mukodidwa ewo Burkina ni ato ahye omo so kwami ade ya say here ohia aban party say ye benya defense minister yam man kuma e man korasinsia soldier force o mu ye recruitment e ho asem ko bai o ma hwemo kwa ya na say bi defense minister we a o hwe sa normal we ye beka se Ghana bambo ne hyenensa there's a reason why say bi aman bi aba ye see hia minister wo ho it kwame M1 say Ghana for the central for it mu send it ya ban say you are Mahama defense minister identity na sintia o ye o mem ho a ye bambo ho asem e ko busu ye du ye defense minister dey na ko so ministry ho oye nfriwa NDC for bosha mo shem nantia tom nantia sum 2024 elections nantia ebu twi ekodi omochi echache Ghana for say omoba nurses for amutifie no mo wie school na de mama modwuma aye and then nurses for mo wie school teacher for mo wie school bisa ba na say akosi sen etoso biem ye to memwa in home scam the biggest scam is your memoir and it's a bank it's a confirm for police a confirm for immigration a confirm for prison service their forms they pay bit my form 5,000 now a ban way a year high a man nanten mabako to phone nipa echo over 500,000 you way a man for so 110 million said who chronic say be that a wo
ba
so
said that mo press wo nyina no na wo pop pass obeko security service no okoto forms yamfa ne yen refund this no na dodo no so de omo nim nipa e be qualify it will be abeto until when dey say kanya issue bia na
Kwame even see that Sebi said do kano say bia o ton 5,000 na mpo nipa 20,000 ko 15,000 akoto a ene obeka say e dey be medical sa e be tima feli e be wo wetimi mba. Those numbers are reasonable. But Kwame 5,000 not on funds 500,000 man ko for Kwame no kroni apoba dey na see dey be na see now we need prefer pass for nipa 5,000 not on funds 500,000 na we wonya for so 110 million. Now man penny be kasa or man penny so in the next 4 years you call 40,000. Sa 40,000 I feel say now move and post over 40,000 there comes 460,000 omo yede e ho na Ghana from 90 ma ba wa say be omu nya adwuma ye e bi ko bo busia enem no kase bi wo crime ti omo de omo ka and obu a mobile man ko ntimi send man if the says can wo ko bo busia o da koto forms no tia san fa no the Ghana from 90 ma ba busia so ma pini mama omo say o de omo ka o ye den a o de omo ka if the says can na omo ko tua ma no MTN for da omuka omo maame no omo nua omo gbe enko bobu se omo do omuka sebi se ma kwa agro na me ko o mama ndi bia kwa me pieto mame ene na Ghana for catch o man peni ma ama ne ndi sa man se na police for no man for omo a sebi sika 110 million no omo ye ne den ene ndi sa person kwa na me hu se kwa me ye see inflation abafom ye see dollar no abafom na so ko jama so a enoma bo na kwa na ekosoro ene ye light bill MPP appreciate bra now say dollar mo ka say 40 no 50 no ye light bill na ofom and then this aban so ye say dollar no ofom na so ye light bill kosoro ye transport ekosoro atoso bi and this appreciate wum sisi o share say bi ene fa ngo bo ba bi ekọ okọ KSO America for ni Iran for ku se biera mama eto memu aka se Russia ni Ukraine entokwa na ekoso aye be 7,000 kilometers no e fa Ghana for me etene America any Iran for kwa and 9,000 kilometers and also so e fa Ghana for me Ghana se bi kwa me yentufa nwa se tufa nwa mebua
ani tufa nwa ha
yetufa nwa ha Ghana fagu ya do kwa abotire no ye nja nya fama Ghana for na nya tete bo no so se be ya in the interim ye fa say emergency measure aba na ehwe se be ya fagu bo no e be kofom
ba man pani enu a wo ma ye emergency cabinet meeting wa direct se etuo bi ni margins bi ye de da so no for the meantime no ye nyi ni nyina mfiri so ne ho hare ye kopim se bi a ne ma be ye straight of
course you know ka say fagu
enu man pani ye mo na baso
there be a bona baso nyi because na so yakoto petrol no ne board say da so wosoro the man pani ahwehwe afiri no say edu e bre mo odin eni hu sampa ban no e exceptional government covid ban na ho kire ba nyina no na say bi eto nya adwuma ekufo ado light ene water bill ni nya no free eto man pani mama sa bre na kire member sem na Ghana fo hu sampa aba o motuma na fa so abaso enti eto na Ghana fo ho kire om no musu na 24-hour economy say ye fa nkofo aba adwumam o man pani she bo ka say 24-hour economy ni de ba maybe e be sha say free ministries if the ministries need there e sha ban say kwa memeboa and this for ka say
ministries dey sha ban say direct
sa ene de enye nkofo ankwankwa adwuma bi eno aka say the pakode pa no fa nkofo me ka pa say o man pani ka kire Ghana for say e ba Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education o me run shift e bi be ye adwuma no pa e bi be ye adwuma wia e bi be adwuma najo 3 shift 133 and aban ka kire nti ka nya hwekura de ka 24-hour economy ni de ye sha say free can starting free about so ye and NDC mrante ni maba wa mutu aba ma NDC no on so omanu omo pa because aba no said ye ba ya and na so afọ de bia didi e bia busuafo e bi mu yire mo e bi mu ma and e kwasi bi fe bi side chick o ma pin de kama meti ye okoka jako esi side chick omo nya nya adwuma ni bia omo ye
na side chick wo de general so nim say side chick wo
so man peni na aka church mi ye
na wo di
na church am na minim o man peni say bi me kra say bi me ye me ka jezi for kra no side chick na minim o man peni mama o say bi ye say bi afa ma side chick for no na kwa me side chick for na nya adwuma ana full soldiers ni tifie and the side chicks na nya adwuma ana NDC full soldiers mo tifie ba say ya catch them we told you so and then this form na ten ma ba mo tifie mo say mama ira mama o de ka adwuma ne ba ye no wa cha ma onkro fo nya bi side chicks na nya adwuma ni bi and then yam na ten ma ba wa ye ko tari posters ye ko campaign house to house no ye da so tifie to man peni o de ka o ye de ya o de ka
I see. Yeti uja yen kwa saying.
Oh, kwa me da so. Ti me se Ghana for ni MPP for say the hihye no ma no. Omo nta ye tinye hihye no ma. Ghana for a good difference no. Say be ntro ni enda da NDC for the catch Ghana for galance wanse mo kan ye LGBT ku wanse mo kan no. Ene Ghana for hu. Say the amamoni ko. The mesu bia no say yen kai humbom na nya adwumaden na yamma Ghana for hu say ampa ya person no mu ye na so tu na mo bebre na the end is aman ye die ye yire ho a 2028 no kwame kunudie be ye kwame meda wase pa
Mese meda wase pa lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong wa general secretary edema MPP amanyuko no ye ne no de enkomo awie okay 101.7 so enie aha na Ghana kasa aha na Ghana tie na eye efiada na ye boja ye de eye pa to pa eye back to back enso so na bibia ye de be ma kama pa sade nkomo no so won so opese utie eno okay 101.7 so enie na medical ka wadwe nkyere no wo de be fa 0208 772 772 0208 772 772 o de faswa ye be kenkan kama pa e de amount aha na bibia so atimi ay kama pa so e de amount na ma menhwe mo adwen che kakra mo de aba na mum yen san to aso na afei yen kɔ yanim honorable bafo awua eye mrashe bedwani ewo menhia south na wosan eye mranimu ni na ye ne no ntwetwe nkomo emfa ensem bia ehuhia ma oman editie edi kanso so ona mo mesamu akwaba eba okay fm so
the juice bro minia let us say
boko na usumpom to say
nyankopon adom bre na ma bre so many day
kra pa na mabawu nchen a enura ene ehuhu ade bi o social media ne daily sin so a capture AG challenges OSP powers na so kan ni nyina mu e de ba wo se office of the special prosecutor for that matter special prosecutor no enu antimi monitoring say okay mehunu efidie corruption bi wo baabi na ewo baabi a me ankasa no metu nwa na mon said watutu nwa na mon wo cases bebre a nyina animsem no na de agoda supreme court yi eto sen eno the deputy attorney general justice Sam Srai wono so e de akwakoda no me say ti adam narratives no ebinum se da bi obi na de koye na wono so a file se ade no so wono so efua so se de nipa konde koye se de sitie no wadaruma enkomoyi ati sen pa na se wo fa article 88 na fe wo befa office of the special prosecutor act no 2017 5959 no na wo hwe section 4 no e de ba no a asmranimu ni de ekoso yankasa no eto sen
media me da se ade no was me to me book na me breaking it down shemo ni pani na executive ni na no pre eye age no na be case no ekoye abrantie bi in the course or challenge to me special prosecutor no wo se odin krofo ku gina court kobo won kwadu se udi for ana udi bem o cha kwadu bi a wode abo wo na sa brantiem oyubi a oni deputy attorney general no enenam because one nenam a oyubi a obey no se oni ne ye adwuma na sebe enokra de etode bi a unhwe ne because we nipa bia when you bia na se bi wo na dwere so entino untumi nka se be ebia enhyeso bi wo ha na bibi na emum no e wo se ye manipa nyina ate ase se onne no enenam abrante no di keys ni court yes in court if na attorney general or sere kwan se obe file the statement of case on say who the case go Supreme Court nipa na case no bi akwatia no e wo se of file ade na no disem o de bigina so the aye case no e no na ye lawyer for your friend statement of case na afi no file na enra retuja se wa file the application to Supreme Court say yema ne kwan na ni statement of case bre sesen ko file no etwem entie na ne kwan na on file no out of time ana pabon tia ho komo aba ene wa frame ya no pay na minua uye lawyer ni a wo twema nso a ade ba ko bi wo ho a onipa bia ni onipa bia ti ase ye manso ye lawyer for a twema nso no e wo se case bia wo ya e wo se unya botaye bia udidi akire enti e se unya botaye bia udidi akire enti u bisa wo se attorney general botaye a odidi case na chipa ene de he but e odidi case no ubenya ho nti ase ewo the statement of case no ubenya ho nti ase on the statement of case no but aya onu die akire se ojitum say yede echi yede boni pako adudi ni kugina court ewo Ghana mrebo no say tumi no ewo attorney general nsem eni unipa bia nsem enti na tese ho no woni brantie no eya adwen case na wode court no na the second question wodi tuja the second question edeja eno ni say a friend saying to me parliament edema special prosecutor no say on farm prosecute no eye unconstitutional no e ho no and all argue so say ampa eye unconstitutional because to me ni nyina no constitution e de ama attorney general na minua me share papa ni case no a ade ba ko mi hu ne say eye ni position here very very unstrategic eye very the attorney general position you know eye very unstrategic.
Why? Because making kind ade bi e wo ha was it the act and was it Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 the book na making kind document you know an act to establish the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a specialized agency to investigate specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses involving public officers and politically exposed persons in the performance of their functions, as well as persons in the private sector involved in the commission of alleged or suspected corruption or corruption-related offenses. Prosecute these offenses on the authority of the Attorney General and provide for related matters.
That is
on the authority of the Attorney General. Yeah, which them say Wadaroma.
Kwame, Bible say ye wadie nyina ho kwan, enye ni nyina na fataye. Ye wadie nyina ho kwan, isi emra adwuma no. Ya na emra na wode ye adwuma. Na emum to da bi nso a ya na mesremeka mepacho enya atenie uba me officer lawyer for me training omu no ni nyina de bia meka kire wo mo meka kire omu se you should always be guided by wisdom. You should always be guided by wisdom. Lawyer, we are lawyer near a footwear with the Bema as or software are we in a Jumano. A very different from a footwear with the radio station, a radio presenter. For me, say, Kwame, we a radio presenter with the Mr. No, this one repeal be. Said the Messiah handle case, no, a very different from a software. Sabe, you did repart on so. Dinna and your wisdom, they say, guide you. So what I say. Now, special prosecutor, and Chebian, a bit just say, and this if we per se or more abolish office. In Chebia. So what I say. In a bit just
they said the panna, and the pabina, and the petition come on, penny, but over no say, want me I establish BBR
apart from the majority leader of parliament. And the majority chief whip, the key statements to that effect. And so, over the private members bill, a chain of my penny issue statement to say, was almost Anamontuno person to no munyai. So what I say. Now, say, Utu Sa Naboa on the back of Sa Anamontuna NBC Penifoni 2 yellow. Say, Utu Anamoa Utu. Supreme Court. Conclusion will be about the say, what per se, again, abolition, went me abolition. What per se offer for Frossoye. So I say, by making sure, say, to me, the special prosecutor, no, to me, no, ya Jeffrey in some.
I, Council. Baby, I'm a king, can you say, or say on the authority of the Attorney General. And provided for related matters. No, per the Omodia Quadan Court, not just say, well, the case Biana with that recourse to the Attorney General, no, obey me, dear now with me, and a be over to me, maybe also I just about Attorney General Namani. Now, what you told me so?
O mammy play, no me church more, Obetiasi, me do.
Matipa.
Me so, Usha on the back of non command Akoso, that's who could take his opposition with Supreme Court. A baby probably be a say, to me, you crap upon a Upesa Uji, said your bear, Ma abolition a dear, Mobu Boom say good room, it won't mean. Which for me is unstrategic. It's unstrategic, especially because, especially of the special prosecutor or down. I can't bear fear me, you know, or I can't bear fear me, you know, what in a Juma baby. And to whom me say, oh, Bayam and Profwak, I said, who want to be in a Jumano? When in fact, for the next 2 years, he cannot conclude any major prosecution. And I say he will not be able to conclude a lot of the prosecution at all yet. And Sabi, Obi, oh, the man of so Eddie, Attorney General, why strategic, the position now are taking and yes strategic. But no, I can't fear me. Now, what the Juma for. So what I say, and Onu say, and fear me now, I can't. I will mean say, Sabi only any major achievement there to show. No, now was that take as a man of 4 name to me in a Juma. And I know
sorry. It's answered a year attempt on 4 years or more office of the special prosecutor. No, to us, yes, no, say, me say, the all can no crown is a CS no woman, sorry. It's answered Nipa Bia Bomutrimu Posse, then I possess special prosecutor office, no, if you go. I told us what they look for.
So now, what money be so? I look at make a choice. Attorney General, no, the position I want taking a your own strategic.
I'm Bia, so no crown, we be free. The Supreme Court no ruling on data. Now, for you, the clarity before us.
Minia, say, obey your crown and can you see? Oh, and you might want to make a choice. You are dear now, quite. Now, she didn't know the Fataye. We Attorney General, You have to be guided by a lot of prudence. You should make very strategic decisions for the nation, in the interest of the nation. Move with any strategic bakokra. It also be. Usha onuan kasa ne papers awa file no. Right? Or contradicted who? Or contradicted who? Attorney General contradicted who even in the papers. In one breath, what's the shall now a woman? A directive. A directive. In another breath, also you contain the say, shall not say, Parliament, shall say, my special prosecutor to me on fire Juma. Media, Sabi, unity and answer and nine. We a lawyer need now Coürt. Take a position. Don't speak from two sides of your mouth. Don't take double positions. Talk as here. A position now, Attorney General not taking media. It may be right, but unstrategic at this point. Two, Onuan Kasan Enam say unstrategic in Tino. Onuan Kasa win. He's even confused, and he's showing that confusion in his statement of case. The Attorney General is showing that confusion in his statement of case. And on Concorda, Mr. Supreme Court say Omuma Office of the Special Prosecutor no crime not joining matter, because the Office of the Special Prosecutor has been created as an artificial entity. Although the any person may be out me high dying, with me to a Japade, with me dinner, it's assemble with me representing. Some no so be affected no. Some no be affected no. Into the principles of joinder no. Sabi. The principles of joinder in litigation no. The actual two of them Sabi apply to him. Into the full say the Office of the Special Prosecutor should apply to join. This is not like the case Supreme Court can say Parliament cannot have a lawyer. Into Attorney General no. So in the case of a timer, you have been cast over close to Parliament. No, you have been cast sorry, one cast over close to Parliament. Or can say when majority when declare say NDC for the majority, and MPP minority. No, so I know Supreme Court. No, Supreme Court. No. I can say a friend is saying Parliament if we found one lawyer, so means Attorney General. But this is different. This is a friend, an agency of state. Ya creative, I'm a to me, a money be so what I say. It is our agency of state, So I sent for the one. I was see a man applying on to defend the This is not one of the cases as Attorney General the Casamano. Before say I was the Office of the Special Prosecutor and also. Supreme Court man the crime representing him. Kwame, the tough abone say the Attorney General's position in this case is unstrategic, very unstrategic, and it's not in the interest of the country at this time.
Yes, sir, and can Ojaya man did the term new and watching and can be because one answered in.
That's it, Kwame, and no. If you say, Sabio, Sabia Cronto. Near Yakika Queen, Eliachra, the Ababane said to me, and I saw the mano, and 2 minutes the mana, or the money to me, or the mayor you but said the old you, or the other you could the year Jumano. So what I say, it's say 2 minutes or the Bemano. Now it is just because your problem is because an act of parliament, in 2% no, so send a bear, I did 2 minutes the man to say the old other you could now. Now, difference being the only difference I'm going to say, what is said to me in Mano? So Attorney General the Mano, right, through a constitutional instrument, a CI. Nase, or prosecutor will be now within Yehua, also very draw. Or draw, it comes back to the positioner. The special prosecutor has been maintaining, say, the Jumano political interference into all 3 years Juma. So I say, is he at that point not going to say you are interfering with his work? Or is he not going to say interference are interfering to me in the Jumano? I look at the make a child say, Attorney General, and Namoa O2, or really who ye, a unstrategic. It's a very unstrategic move now, all Mikino.
Council, the Kaisa Ebra na yenwini emra ede ama Special Prosecutor Act no. Me Kaisa 88 no Constitution Article 3 and 4 no. Enko for twaje gina so aha be menkan Article 88 clause 3 and 4 no. Was the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences. 4. All offences prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the suit of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law. Ahano ebra no ye nwene mra no minim se nipa betwe wo mo adwene gina so assemble na o kafa 88 clause 3 and 4
me pacho say nuntina o kofa subject to no buy Section 4 of the Office of the Special Prosecutors Act, which almost is subject to Article 88, 3 and 4. If you know, interpreting this idea, then it may be say the position Attorney General is taking correct. But no argument anymore. So he's arguing from two sides of the coin. So it's all can say a directive, which means a may. That means a discretionary. So here. But we and also Abekachira will say, or Parliament by doing so is compelling him because the word shall have been used. It's now he's speaking from two sides of the mouth, of his mouth, which for me is problematic.
You can't approbate and reprobate.
Good. The Attorney General Kwame, maybe but I'm saying, sir, politically, it is not a smart decision. Okay, Kwame. Almost say na this is for no opposition. Now mu can go for that me who asem. No mu go for that me echi. Kwame, I can tell you on authority. Dame is one of the best attorney generals in this republic, in the history of this republic. Kwame, you see, so we are litigation. Which man so na te man so afia. And you maybe wa won they make out my fear. And no NDC for me say as here with Dame home. Only Japamu issue, it was an unfortunate situation. That I will admit. Sabi, but we are some question the boy here. It we are there from Swaba could be day ebeba. So they make out my fear. And of course, NDC for us were right to take advantage of it politically. But I'm saying, say, on any day, he's one of the finest attorney generals this country has produced. Because you don't make certain blunders. Oh, Adiano, say Ujina, baby, Ujina as Attorney General of the Republic. You are also thing for politicians, and there's political interest, and you yourself may be a politician. It be also taking other factors into account. And your law now the year Juma. If I told you make a what here. I have to say. Sabi, we are Attorney General, and I say, co-prosecutor in the Pombi. So I say, maybe I was in the Prom, Milia, Ufrimu stronghold. What I say, now Ubisi co-prosecutor, and I go to an movie. Who will say to Sana Mone the Assembly? Oh, you have to take a lot of things into account, a lot of factors. And there's a different way you handle that matter. You may not prosecute. You may take a different step. So what I say, and on the litigation, it is not just law, but with the greatest of respect and humility, you need to take into account a bit of native, prudence. Why?
I see. It is near maybe so say mran wo better so de adwene so to ho
Bible say wa de nyina ho kwan na so nyini nyina na fata yen enti position bia na okopo take because it may have serious political effect. Enti position na Attorney General taking a all strategic
in the case of say wakoi no akodi nkunim Attorney General na akodi nkunim eba sa of the Special Prosecutor say ne or render useless here ni
Intina Kwame Nkrumah udi mahwan. Udi mahwan.
Because bibia ni just obabu amane. Ana case se wo die nyina no just obagini nyina akọ. Na bia wa ma bi se we di otumi kodi mame.
Nti so Kwame odi nkunimu a nkunimu udi mahwan. Udi mahwan ho wani ama o man no.
Ai.
So what they make sure say it is how move look at what take it is not even in the interest of the country. At this time.
I see.
Hello?
Asante wo ni awie kwa no
Hello?
Wo summing up saying. Kanzo, me say wo ni awie kwa wo summing up saying. Hello, Kanzo. Yene no de awie but de besi nya free ni nche nyina yenya na wo ken kan a ato 88 3 and 4 no of the 1902 constitution no ho no na eka say 3 and 4 no say the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offenses. 4. All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic shall be at the suit of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law. Nature says, "O mine will be dear bonifusem." Next, o mine be twina so na kogina court wa. Ni nyina no ehye Attorney General aban lawyer panino ensem anase obi a wama ne tumi se wonye minim se sabre no Office of the Special Prosecutor Act no and establish office no wa mo twa adwene agina so it wa mo twa adwene gina so no wa mo so ebaye section 4(2) won be so beka say subject to clause 4 of the article 88 of the 1902 constitution, the office shall for the purpose of this act be authorized by the Attorney General to initiate and conduct the prosecution of nature say ono so aka na shall per the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act no section 4(2) ni say biribiara no obagi ni tumi e de afri eye Attorney General ho no di asem no we no omde akoda court for Supreme Court for interpretation ye be we na ye di ho so enkomo okay 101.7 so ni eye emrasam ti wo kenkan na wa kenkan yi oba
Bema
Kajagum lienko.
Graphic the Bokrata enie. Omampanyi John Dramani Mahama enro nhyiamudie bi koso ewo natenaye. Nhyiamudie no kwa wie no woka say Iran ani Israel wo mukun. America for de ntuma akwakobo Israel for dia no. Ama petrol bu kwa na ekoso ewiase nyina. Ghana ehon frama no yatibi.
Enti obodua mu kakra na yenkodi enkomo kakra why. Mate mesa ba onche me da ase.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.